Hey everyone, this is Warren. Um, in a little, and tonight I'm going to talk about an interesting topic. A topic that came as a question on a few occasions, and I said I might as well address it. And it's an interesting topic dealing with building credit. And a few questions came in. Actually, initially when I was familiar with the program, when the program was launched, I started getting questions, and for me personally, based on the initial video, I was very curious. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Ty Lopez, the YouTuber, marketer extraordinaire. His video on building credit, and he had a young man named Stephen Liao, who basically, I think at the age of 20, for 1 year, starting with a credit score of 580, he was not only able to increase his credit score, but he was able to accumulate $3 million in credit and 20 million points. He travels by private jets. He stays at luxury hotels. And I said initially when I saw that video, a lot of what was being said didn't make any sense. And I was very curious. For instance, anyone who knows about credit realizes that if you start putting a lot of inquiries on your credit report, the credit card companies and they will not lend you money or extend credit. So when I heard the presentation, I was a little perplexed. How this young man was able to accumulate so much in such a short time. Now he's about 21 years old, and working with Ty Lopez in a partnership. So I'm going to go into a little bit more detail about the program and what I did in order to learn about it. But first, guys, please, I'm growing this channel. If you like the information that I'm sharing with you, please share with others, subscribe, and click on that bell so anytime I do a new video, you'll be alerted. Subscribe, share, and click on the bell. Please support the channel. Also, if you like what you hear in relationship to business credit and you're interested in learning about business credit, I do workshops. We have a program, a business credit financing program, to help you to raise anywhere between $20,000 to $150,000 within a very reasonably short period of time. If you have a better, you can get, say, within 3 weeks, anywhere between 20 to 150,000. If, if you're looking for business credit and you need business credit you need business credit, we'll show you how to do it under your business, as an LLC or a corporation preferably, and we'll help you build a business credit anywhere between $50,000 to $100,000. And again, if you have a startup, you can literally start a business tomorrow and we'll still get you the money. So again, please, if you want more information about starting a business, financing your business, you look links on the bottom for quick cash for businesses. You can click on that link and get our free ebook on business credit. And also, if you're ready to start, you can go to our Get Started link on the website and learn more about obtaining business credit. So that's the housekeeping that's done. Let's move on to Ty Lopez's program. Now, I gotta say the title was a little clickbait. I wanted you guys to come in and learn more about what we're doing as a company, Renewal International, Quick Cash for Businesses. But also, I want to share information about the program and basically answer the questions that many have had in relationship to Stephen Liao and Ty Lopez. Is the program a scam? No, it's not. A lot of the information that he shares is basic information, and if you have the time and energy, you can resource it yourself. There are a lot of resources out there you can pull and learn about a lot of the basic information that he shares. And I'm going to do a few videos on on that information and give you guys some resources that you can tap into, not in this particular video, but in upcoming videos and so forth. And again, if you're interested in learning, your credit is poor, your credit is crap, it's trash. We do have our basic programs, basically $300, and you become a member. It's a monthly membership after the $300 setup fee and so forth. But we fix your credit for free, and we help you to build your credit, so that way you can qualify for money. But like I said, it's a lot of information is basic. There is some higher level information in the package that Ty's offering, and yeah, I mean, if anyone is interested in credit, excuse me, not business credit, if anyone is interested in learning about personal credit, it's a good program to start. It's in the form of videos, and you can learn how to build personal credit. Now, does he deal with a lot of business credit? No. From what I understand, they're supposed to launch another program that's more tailored towards individuals who are looking to build business credit. But for the purposes of dealing with the current program, it's primarily geared towards personal credit. Now, after the introductory presentation, the teaser to get you interested in learning more or paying, well, I thought that it was worthwhile. I said it had a 60-day money back program, a guarantee, and I said, well, the worst case scenario, if it's not interesting or it's a bunch of nonsense, I can get my at some point I even thought about canceling it anyway after I learned about the information. But the thing I've learned over the years is that if people give you quality work, pay for the service. The workman is worthy of his hire. Don't try to cheat people, because if you're going into business and you is and people will try to cheat you if you're in the habit of cheating others. If people give you quality work, good information, tools that you can utilize, pay for it. In a couple of videos I had before, we talk about basically habit of paying to learn. Paying to learn. Now, you can get a lot of free information out there. As I mentioned before, you have the University of YouTube. You can learn on YouTube, on Google, on Bing. You can do your research. But there are a lot of things that may require that you pay for. So get into the habit, be willing to pay. You'll find that some of the most successful people have a budget, an annual budget that they're going to spend to go to seminars and workshops, because becoming successful, it's about learning. You're always going to be in a position, or need to be in a position, to gain information. You may be interested in joining a mastermind group. A lot of mastermind groups you're going to have to pay to join and so forth. So get used to paying for information, especially good information. Now, if the information is crap, then you can demand your money back. But if it's solid information that you can utilize, that can be a benefit to you, then pay for the service. The space and gap, please forgive us. We're trying out a new system, so we're moving forward. But like from where I left off, I paid my $495, and one of the first questions I had, well, as I mentioned earlier, how did he avoid the inquiry trap, wherein that if he had too many inquiries, he could not $3 million. Well, how he did that? So Stephen put a certain amount of it was enough over time to help him build up his personal credit strong enough over a few months that business being stopped by the banks, the card companies, the inquiries is processed out in one. If you're applying Discover the following week, you kind of time. You kind of pile everything is being applied for at the same time. So that way you will qualify for the credit roughly at the same time. Now you may end up with a bunch of inquiries, but because all the credit card companies are being applied credit cards at the same time, what the credit card companies will see is the inquiries that were on your rate. It may take 24 hours inquiries applying for credit report and so forth. So it makes 48 hours and so forth, and then you'll see that you apply for it. But that way you can several inquiry issue is not a problem. One of the things you also realize is that inquiries work. Inquiries say on your credit, the impact of the inquiries may only last, let's say, for 6 months. After 6 months, that inquiry starts to have less of an impact on your credit report. So now what you do is cycle your inquiry, so in that every 6 months you're applying for your credit. What Steve basically applied for a certain amount of credit within a particular window, which allowed him to bypass it in relationship to credit card inquiries. The second thing, how was he able to get such a large line of credit? From what he says in the video, it's $3 million. Well, that was also interesting, and it's also something that we teach. In actuality, I have a webinar coming up on where we show you how to raise between 20 and 50,000. With Stephen, what he did, Stephen has 4 businesses, and he applied for credit under each of the businesses. So in that way, he didn't have to load up his personal credit with inquiries and also a lot of extra credit in the fact that by not having a whole bunch of credit on his report, his personal report, it allowed him the flexibility dealing with the institutions that he can start raising his credit limits with a certain amount of cards. And he didn't say how many, but with I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Again, we had a glitch. Our system basically crashed, and my trusty assistant got it back up again, so hopefully it will not crash again. But I think where I left off was dealing with the 5 and 24 program, and how even with Chase treats it as treats it a little differently. If the inquiries, if you applied for inquiries under your business credit, you can still qualify for the 5 and 24 program, versus if you applied for, let's say, 5 cards within 24 months on your personal, then you could not apply for the top 5 Chase cards. So there is a benefit towards that, and the fact that he had 4 additional 4 companies that he raised the additional capital under. Now, he did not give specific amounts, of how much he raised under each company. But I do know, for example, he had at least 4 cards with the different companies, I think with credit limits of at least $80,000 per card. And I'm going to get into that, how he was able to grow that line to $3 million. One of the other things he mentioned that he was able to do, again, to grow his line was that all of the $3 million in credit he has access to is not credit cards. They're also lines of credit. And he goes through the program, he explains to you how he is able to raise lines of credit under each of his companies. Now, there are programs where that you can access lines of credit based solely on your personal credit, but also there are lines of credit programs you can also raise lines of credit under your business credit, and that's a whole other process in relationship to building business credit. So the program is a little bit more detailed than what he showed in the teaser. It's a little more intricate, but again, is he trying to scam or Ty Lopez trying to scam? No. It's having the information and understanding how to use the information to make it work for you. And anyone, basically anyone can utilize it. Anyone can utilize it in a way to grow their access to capital and fund their businesses, but also fund the lifestyle, because he lives a very interesting lifestyle. Because you got to remember, guys, when you use your credit cards, you're generating points and rewards. And those points can be used for hotels, for travel, and a variety of things. So he's able, as he's using his credit cards to generate points, to live a very luxurious lifestyle. And I'm not mad at him. And I think for you guys, if you guys are interested in that also, you guys can learn that process also. Guys, it may take up to 6 months, but if you're diligent, you're willing to learn, the information's out there for you. Hopefully, this information has been edifying to you. Again, regarding Ty Lopez program and Stephen Liao, I think it's an interesting program. Those of you who don't mind learning, don't mind spending the $4.95, hey, that's an opportunity. You can also get the same benefit with us for $300 and $47 a month. We share the same kind of information with you in order for you to build that credit. Some of you, it may be in a year. Others, it may take 2 years. But the key is you have to get started. You have to be willing, 1, to learn, and 2, apply the information. Once you apply it, it's not that difficult to see, or you don't have to wait that long to start seeing the initial results. And Stephen may be a wonderkind. Oh, one other question before I forget. Someone did ask, well, was he an authorized user on his parents' credit? No. Based on what he had indicated, he did it all on his own, but it was a process of learning. He spent a lot of time learning on various websites that you learn about in relationship to credit, such as Reddit, so on and so forth. There are a lot of other websites out there that you can do research on, that will help you through that process. But for those of you who want to accelerate that process, again, you can join our basic program. It's $300, $47 a month. You can sign up at the website, or you can participate in Ty Lopez's program for $4.95 and so forth. Again, I don't discourage. I paid for it myself. I did learn some information I didn't know before, but I'm always in learning mode. I'm willing to spend money to learn so that I can utilize it, that information I'm learning, and share it with not only my friends and family, but also my clients. All right? So guys, again, please like this video, subscribe, and share. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to call our offices at 404-736-6067. That's 404-736-6067. If you would like a free ebook, please click on the link below. Quick Cash Your Businesses. Get our free ebook. It's a download. It's yours for free. You'll learn about business credit. And those of you who are ready to get started, click on the website, get started. You'll see both of our programs, our basic program and our business financing suites program. Again, on that note, friends, I really appreciate your time. I look forward to working with you guys. And any questions you have, either shoot a comment or you can send an email. On that note, thank you guys. Have a wonderful and prosperous evening.